तत्सवितुर्वरं रूपं ज्योतिः परस्य धीमहि यन्नः सत्येन दीपयेत् सत्येन दीपयेत्। ॐ तत्सवितुर्वरं रूपं ज्योतिः परस्य धीमहि यन्नः सत्येन दीपयेत् सत्येन दीपयेत्।
ओम नमो भगवते श्री अरविन्दाय। ओम आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे।
A stillness absolute, incommunicable, meets the sheer self-discovery of the soul. A wall of stillness shuts it from the world. A gulf of stillness swallows up the sense and makes unreal all that mind has known, all that the laboring senses still would view, prolonging an imaged unreality. Self's vast spiritual silence occupies space. Only the inconceivable is left. Only the nameless without space and time. Abolished is the burdening need of life. Thought falls from us. We cease from joy and grief. The ego is dead. We are freed from being and care. We are done with birth and death and work and fate. O soul, it is too early to rejoice. Thou hast reached the boundless silence of the self. Thou hast leaped into a glad divine abyss. But where hast thou thrown self's mission and self's power? On what dead bank on the eternal's road? One was within thee who was self and world. What hast thou done for his purpose in the stars? Escape brings not the victory and the crown. Something thou comest to do from the unknown, but nothing is finished and the world goes on, because only half God's cosmic work is done. Only the everlasting No has neared and stared into thy eyes and killed thy heart. But where is the lover's everlasting yes and immortality in the secret heart? The voice that chants to the Creator fire, the symboled Om, the great assenting word, the bridge between the rapture and the calm, the passion and the beauty of the bride, the chamber where the glorious enemies kiss, the smile that saves, the golden peak of things. This too is truth at the mystic fount of life.
A black veil has been lifted. We have seen the mighty shadow of the omniscient Lord. But who has lifted up the veil of light, and who has seen the body of the King? The mystery of God's birth and acts remains, leaving unbroken the last chapter's seal, unsolved the riddle of the unfinished play. The cosmic player laughs within his mask, and still the last inviolate secret hides behind the human glory of a form, behind the gold eidolon of a name. A large white line has figured as a goal, but far beyond the ineffable sun track's blaze. What seemed the source and end was a wide gate, a last bare step into eternity. An eye has opened upon timelessness. Infinity takes back the forms it gave, and through God's darkness or his naked light, his million rays return into the sun. There is a zero sign of the Supreme. Nature left nude and still uncovers God. But in her grandiose nothingness, all is there. When our strong gobs are torn away from us, the soul's ignorance is slain, but not the soul. The zero covers an immortal face. A high and blank negation is not all. A huge extinction is not God's last word. Life's ultimate sense, the close of being's course, the meaning of this great, mysterious world. In absolute silence sleeps an absolute power. Awaking, it can wake the trance-bound soul, and in the ray reveal the parent sun. It can make the world a vessel of spirit's force. It can fashion in the clay God's perfect shape. To free the self is but one radiant pace. Here to fulfill himself was God's desire.
Even while he stood on being's naked edge, and all the passion and seeking of his soul faced their extinction in some futureless vast, the presence he yearned for suddenly drew close across the silence of the ultimate calm, out of a marvelous transcendent scope, a body of wonder and translucency, as if a sweet mystic summary of herself, escaping into the original bliss, had come enlarged out of eternity. Someone came infinite and absolute, a being of wisdom, power, and delight. Even as a mother draws her child to her arms, took to her breast nature and world and soul, abolishing the signless emptiness, breaking the vacancy and voiceless hush, piercing the limitless unknowable into the liberty of the motionless depths, a beautiful and felicitous lustrous stone, the power, the light, the bliss, no word can speak, imaged itself in a surprising beam and built a golden passage to his heart, touching through him all longing sentient things, a moment's sweetness of the all beautiful, cancel the vanity of the cosmic world, a nature throbbing with a heart divine was felt in the unconscious universe. It made the breath a happy mystery, a love that bore the cross of pain with joy, it demonized the sorrow of the world, made happy the weight of long unending time, the secret chord of God's felicity.
Affirming in life a hidden ecstasy, it held the spirits to its miraculous course, carrying immortal values to the hours. It justified the labor of the suns. For one was there, supreme behind the God. A mother might brooded upon the world, a consciousness revealed its marvelous front, transcending all that is, denying none, imperishable above our fallen heads. He felt a rapturous and unstumbling force. The undying truth appeared, the enduring power of all that here is made and then destroyed. The mother of all goddess and all saints, who, mediatrix, binds earth to the supreme. The enigma seized that rules our nature's night, the covering nations unmasked and slain. Its mind of error was stripped off from things, and the dull moods of its perverting will. Illumined by her all-seeing identity, knowledge and ignorance could strive no more. No longer could the titan opposites, antagonist poles of the world's artifice, impose the illusion of their twofold screen, throwing their figures between us and her. The wisdom was near, disguised by its own works, of which the darkened universe is the robe. No more existence seemed an aimless fall. Extinction was no more the sole release. The hidden word was found, the long sought clue revealed was the meaning of our spirit's birth. Condemned to an imperfect body and mind, in the inconscience of material things and the indignity of mortal life, a heart was felt in the spaces wide and bare, a burning love from wide spiritual founts annulled the sorrow of the ignorant depths. Suffering was lost in her immortal smile.
A life from beyond grew conqueror here of death. To err no more was natural to mind. Wrong could not come where all was light and love. The formless and the formed were joined in her. Immensity was exceeded by a look. A face revealed the crowded infinite, incarnating inexpressibly in her limbs. The boundless joy the blind world forces see. Her body of beauty mourned the seas of bliss. At the head she stands of birth and toil and fate. In their slow round the cycles turn to her call. Alone her hands can change time's dragon base. Hers is the mystery the night conceals. The spirit's alchemist energy is hers. She is the golden bridge, the wonderful fire, the luminous heart of the unknown is she, a power of silence in the depths of God. She is the force, the inevitable word, the magnet of our difficult ascent, the sun from which we kindle all our suns, the light that leans from the unrealized vast, the joy that beckons from the impossible, the might of all that never yet came down. All nature dumbly calls to her alone, to heal with her feet the aching throb of life, and break the seals on the dim soul of man, and kindle her fire in the closed heart of things. All here shall be one day her sweetness's home. All contraries prepare her harmony. Towards her our knowledge claims, our passion groups. In her miraculous rapture we shall dwell. Her claps shall turn to ecstasy our pain. Ourselves shall be oneself with all through her. In her confirmed, because transformed in her, our lives shall find in its fulfilled response. Above, the boundless hushed beatitudes. Below, the wonder of the embrace divine. This known as in a thunder flash of God. The rapture of things eternal filled his limbs. Amazement fell upon his ravished sense. His spirit was caught in her intolerant flame. Once seen, his heart acknowledged only her. Only a hunger of infinite bliss was left. All aims in her were lost, then found in her. His base was gathered to one pointing spire.
This was a seed cast into endless time. A word is spoken or a light is shown. A moment sees the ages toil to express. So flashing out of the timeless leaped the worlds. An eternal instant is the cause of the years. All he had done was to prepare a field. His small beginnings asked for a mighty end. For all that he had been must now new shape in him her joy to embody, to enshrine her beauty and greatness in his house of life. But now his being was too wide for self. His heart's demand had grown immeasurable. His single freedom could not satisfy her light, her bliss. He asked for earth and men. But vain are human power and human love to break earth's seal of ignorance and death. His nature's might seemed now an infant's grasp. Heaven is too high for outstretched hands to seize. This light comes not by struggle or by thought. In the mind's silence, the transcendent acts, and the hushed heart hears the unuttered word. A vast surrender was his only strength. A power that lives upon the heights must act, bring into life's closed room the immortal's air, and fill the finite with the infinite. All that denies must be torn out and slain, and crushed the many longings for whose sake we lose the one for whom our lives were made. Now other climes had hushed in him their cry. Only he longed to draw her presence and power into his heart and mind and breathing frame. Only he yearned to call forever down her healing touch of love and truth and joy into the darkness of the suffering world. His soul was freed and given to her alone.
So first of all, a few words about Savitri Bhavan itself, how it has come into existence. Ranaji, who is here, will be remembering the very beginnings of Savitri. He was one of the people who belonged to the first group that was formed in November 1994 for study of Savitri in Auroville. Because we all have a great reverence for Sri Aurobindo's poem, Savitri was being read in different places in Auroville by individuals and groups. But there was this proposal that we should form a study group, and that was started from November 24th, 1994. And when that group had been running for a little time, for a few months, among the members there came the suggestion that we can't just meet here and there as rooms are available. There should be a place which is devoted specifically to the study of Savitri, to gathering all kinds of materials that will help us to understand and appreciate Sri Aurobindo's poem better. And we can invite speakers, scholars who can enlighten us and help us to understand better. So there was a surprisingly rapid response in Auroville, and within a few months we were granted this plot of land, and with the approval of Auroville's chief architect. And we started planting things in the garden. But the first permanent building was opened by our beloved elder brother Nirod Bhavan only in 1999, 8th of August, 1999. So we're coming up to our 20 years now. And now, just in the last few months, the whole complex, as it was dreamed of and designed in 1994 to 1995, has now been physically completed. And we take this as the great grace and blessings of Mother and Sri Aurobindo. On the day when Nirod Bhavan laid the foundation stone round about here, he invoked the presence and the blessings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. And we felt immediately that their presence came, and we felt that presence supporting us ever since. So why is it important to study Sri Aurobindo's Savitri here in Auroville? It's important because the Mother has told us
that this poem is the supreme revelation of Sri Aurobindo's vision. And since our dream city, her dream city, Auroville, has been created to realize the vision of Sri Aurobindo, it's very important that we should know what that vision is. We should at least try to understand it. So we've been meeting regularly, not in this room is relatively new, but we've been meeting at Savitri Bhavan regularly since 1994, when there was no building. We used to sit under the trees. When we had the first small building, we used to meet there. Since last January, we are meeting here.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for coming to celebrate the 25th birthday of Savitri Bhavan. I don't have to add much to what Shraddhavan has already said. I wanted to read from the mission statement of Savitri Bhavan, but I think it's not necessary. This first film you have seen, we are quite excited about, because yesterday evening we received it from our fans in order to celebrate 25th birthday of Savitri Bhavan. And we thought we should show it. We didn't know it at all. It came yesterday, and we were absolutely surprised and really excited and very grateful that they produced, in the honor of Savitri Bhavan and Savitri, of course, that film clip you have seen. Because of this 8th of August today, the birthday of Savitri Bhavan, we also take this as an occasion to launch a new website to replace the old website, which has served us for 15 years. And before we do that, I think I ask Dana to say a couple of words, even in Tamil. I hope you all know me. I saw that they are mainly Aurovillians, so that's because I didn't introduce myself.
Thank you, everyone. Today I feel it is a day of gratitude, and it is a year of gratitude even. I am so grateful to Savitri Bhavan, Shraddhavan, Helmut, and all the team members of Savitri Bhavan. Helmut asked me to say a few words in Tamil, so I am switching over to my native language now. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். இந்த வருடம் ஒரு நன்றியுணர்வை வெளிப்படுத்தும் வருடமாக நான் நினைக்கிறேன். சாவித்ரி பவன் தன்னுடைய 25 வருடங்களை முடித்து 26வது வருடத்தில் காலடி எடுத்து வைக்கிறது. இந்த தருணத்தில் உங்கள் அனைவரையும் இங்கு பார்த்ததில், இங்கு நீங்கள் அனைவரும் கலந்து கொண்டது மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கிறது. சாவித்ரி பவன் என்று சொன்னாலே ஸ்ரத்தாவன் தான் நினைவுக்கு வருவார். அது எல்லோருக்கும் தெரியும். ஸ்ரத்தாவன், சாவித்ரி பவன் இரண்டும் ஒன்றுதான். நான் இங்கு பணிபுரிய ஆரம்பித்து 17 வருடங்கள் ஆகின்றன. அதில் 15 வருடங்கள் ஸ்ரதாவனுடன் பணியாற்றி கொண்டிருந்தேன். ஸ்ரதாவனிடம் இருந்து கற்றுக்கொள்ளக்கூடியது ஏராளம். அவரை பார்த்தே பல விஷயங்களை கற்றுக்கொள்ளலாம், பல விஷயங்களை. அவருடைய எளிமை, அவருடைய ஞானம், விஷயங்களை கையாளும் விதம், இதையெல்லாம் அவருக்கு நிகர், ஸ்ரதாவனுக்கு நிகர் ஸ்ரதாவன் தான். யாரிடமாவது ஒரு பொறுப்பை ஒப்படைத்தால் அதை மிகவும் நம்பிக்கையுடன் அவர் செய்துவிடுவார் என்ற வகையில் அதை ஒப்படைத்து விடுவார். என்னிடமும் பல பொறுப்புகளை அதுபோல் ஆரம்ப காலத்திலிருந்தே ஒப்படைத்திருந்தார். தனிப்பட்ட முறையில் அவரை பற்றி இன்னும் நான் நிறைய சொல்லிக்கொண்டே போகலாம். ஸ்ரதாவன் வேலை செய்யும் விதம் எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு வார்த்தை மட்டும் சொல்ல தோன்றுகிறது. அவரை பார்த்தால் அன்னையின் மகா சரஸ்வதி அம்சம் என்றுதான் தோன்றும். எல்லாவற்றிலும் மிகவும் எளிமையுடன், மிகவும் நேர்த்தியுடன் அவரை போல் வேலை செய்பவரை நான் எங்குமே கண்டதில்லை. ஆசிரமத்தில் ஒரு 5 வருட காலம் சில 3 இடங்களில் வேலை செய்திருக்கிறேன். இருந்தாலும் ஸ்ரதாவன் அவர்களுடன் நெருங்கி ஒவ்வொரு நாளும் அவருடன் வேலை செய்வது என்பது ஒரு ஆனந்தம். கடைசி வரை வால்யூம் இங்கிலீஷ் ஆஃப் சாவித்ரி வகுப்புகள் அப்படிங்கிறது எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன். பலமுறை ஏதாவது இது போல் சாவித்திரி பற்றிய உரை நிகழ்த்த சொல்லி யாராவது கேட்கும் பொழுது சாவித்ரி பவனுக்கே உரிய பாணியில் மிகவும் வித்தியாசமாக ஏதாவது செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று எனக்கு தோன்றும். அந்த சமயத்திலெல்லாம் ஸ்ரதாவன் அவருடைய வகுப்புக்கு வரும்பொழுது அதிலிருந்து எனக்கு ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய வழிகாட்டுதல் கிடைக்கும். அவர் இன்றோடு நம்முடன் இல்லை என்றாலும் அவர் இந்த சாவித்ரி பவனில் ஒவ்வொரு இடத்திலும் அவர் இருப்பதாகத்தான் நான் உணர்கிறேன். கிராட்டிடியூட் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு ஸ்ரதாவன் இஸ் த பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள். அதை how she expresses it and how she acts with that gratitude, she is the only one. Because these are all my experiences with Shraddhavan. Several times I used to think, oh, Shraddhavan is not here today, oh, Shraddhavan is not here. But when I take this English of Savitri for some work or some references, it is the one and only guide for me, for Savitri and for my life also. She is my guide and she is everything. I want to close my little talk with a Savitri sentence, which is very much inspired me when I was looking at the Savitri book yesterday. So I want to read those 2 lines. Her greatness and her sweetness and her bliss, her might to possess and her vast power to love. She is the only one icon in my life, in the life of Savitri Bhavan in these 25 years. So I can share many things with you. All the several, say, Huta's picture gallery, the reception materials, all the new things. These are all we both done together. So again, I am so grateful to Savitri Bhavan, to Shraddhavan, Helmut, and all the team members of Savitri Bhavan. for everything. Thank you.
Dana Lakshmi, maybe I should mention this at that moment, is the editor of a Tamil magazine which appears twice a year since approximately 15 years. Now I want to introduce Shipra and Pradeep. They have helped us within the last couple of weeks very much as the experts to create a new website. And they will, I hope, say a couple of words now how that all went. Can I pass on to Chitra?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Helmut. First, born fate to Savitri Bhavan. And we are volunteers working in ashram, in corner house. And there they say, if it's a department's birthday, it's everybody's birthday who is associated with this department. So I wish born fate to all of you who has come, join hands in celebrating this Silver Jubilee celebrations of Savitri Bhavan. And to all of us also who are here in the management committee, born fate once again. I take this opportunity thanking this management, this core committee for endowing us with this huge task of revamping the website for Savitri Bhavan. It's really a pleasure and a privilege. In the outside world, we have always seen whenever we are associated with this kind of a project, we are pressurized and they demand the output. In this case, neither the timelines were set, nor the guidelines were put, nor the deadlines were put in place. All we got was a lifeline from them. They put Savitri in our hands and they said, now you do the best what you can. While going through the data, we came to know that this year marks the 25 years of celebration, which was not even mentioned by Helmut. He said, just go through it, see what you can do. And it was just a month back we discussed all this. We put timelines for ourselves that in 4 weeks we should launch this. And the cosmos helped us. In fact, on the contrary, it happened that we were after them, we were pushing them, we were pressurizing them, and out of their busy schedule, they could take time and support us, patiently enduring us, bearing with us, with our speed. We want this, we were demanding. And friends, I have to tell you this, that day in, day out, breathing Savitri in front of our screen. Either we are listening to Shraddhavan's reading Savitri, or we are going through the text of Savitri, or we are going through the English of Savitri, full blissful month. And let me tell you, this is not something we do it in everyday's life. This was a heartfelt thank for giving us this opportunity to go through this whole thing. But one thing was there which always intrigued us. This was the digital space we worked upon. And yes, the work got finished. But one question remained unanswered. How do we explain to us or to the world that the digital space can be matched with the spiritual space? What we experienced was something out of this blue. It was not normal. So we pray to the Divine Mother that now the work is over, but you have to tell us this connection. How can we explain this? That the digital space, that representation of Savitri Bhavan on World Wide Web, how does it connotes to spirituality? Whilst reading Savitri in the canto The Secret Knowledge, we came across this line. This whole wide world is only he and she. So there the www matches with our www, the whole wide world. So I thank Helmut again for providing us with this opportunity. Pradeep, would you come up and we can just relaunch the revamped website by Helmut. So now another thing, it's a password protected website right now. Helmut needs to type in the password And this amazing word which we used as a password, that's another story. We know that in our lives, this word does act as a keyword, as a secret code, as a password for all of us, for opening those doors of ineffable joy, peace, and bliss. And that word Helmut is going to type in to open our website. Pradeep, would you take it up? Helmut.
Hi, I would urge everybody to, if you can, just visit the website, savitribhavan.org on your smartphone or your handheld devices, whatever you have. And he's typing in the password, which is grace. Yes. And then when you're wearing the t-shirt with the same thing. And this website has been done so it works seamlessly across all the screen sizes. So you may be holding a smartphone, which is a 5-inch, or an iPad, or a foldable device, or a big 35-40-inch monitor. It works seamlessly across all the devices. And we have tried to put in as many facets to the website from Savitri Bhavan's perspective as possible here. And there are always room for improvement and inclusions that we would be doing it. So we have something. Yes, this is a 3D view of the statue. I'll just connect. Yeah. So, with the satellite picture we have the videos, the popular videos of Savitri Bhavan, the satellite view of Savitri Bhavan. Then we got a drone view as well. So we have various facets to it. We have history, we have architecture, all the facilities of Savitri Bhavan. We have some amazing photo galleries. Then all the publications, all the readings of Savitri by Shraddhavan is all organized in chapter-wise. Then you can also read the journals produced by Savitri Bhavan, which is the invocation and prarthana. These are all downloadable. And obviously we need support from our volunteers and guests and donors. So we have something where we can actually make donations as well directly to us. So it is online, via check, via bank transfer, or from abroad using the AVI USA. And this is the drone view. Niruddha has said that Savitri Bhavan is the twin of Matri Mandir. And majestically it's on the same line. Yes. So I would urge all of you to please sign up on our newsletters and WhatsApp updates through our website. So we'll try to keep you engaged as much as possible with our activities, and you'll get to know all about the weekly and monthly events. So we can always engage in a good dialogue from there. Yes, Helmut.
May I ask a question? I would like to know how both of you met with Helmut at the first this project. The little story behind.
This is the face. Actually, I am the 4th generation devotee people from Kolkata, and we have been visiting Pondicherry from, you can say 1967, my father has been coming here. My grandfather was an ashramite and my uncles were all here. So very close-knit family with the ashram. And Savitri Bhavan is something which is very close to our heart, because in my house everybody reads Savitri day in day out, and my father finishes Savitri, one cycle of Savitri in 15 days. So I mean, that's our lifeline. We have seen from a very small age that how Savitri is an integral part of our lives. Without it we do not exist. It's something this way. And Matru Mandir, a very important part, because when the Shramdan was happening in Matru Mandir, my father and my uncles have all put their Shramdan in building the Matru Mandir. So it's way beyond we have been connected. Maybe through lives we are connected, and this is the time we are here to offer ourselves at the mother's feet. And yeah, after COVID it has happened that we took Pradeep and myself, we are partners in life. And after COVID it happened that we took a conscious decision, because we used to keep coming to Pondicherry and Auroville 3-4 months a year. We used to spend time here because of professional entanglements back in Kolkata. We had to go back always. And Dorothy and everybody, we have been working in Matru Mandir, offering our service there as well. So it was a beautiful 3-4 months we used to spend here. But after COVID, we took this conscious decision that our shift has to be made, because now no longer we continue like this. Now we are here full time in Pondicherry and Auroville, offering our services at various verticals wherever they need us. We are into digital marketing. In fact, total brand consultancy is our forte, and we provide that back in ashram. We are working with Navvihan, same thing, their digital marketing and everything. And Corner House, we cook beautiful meals for children, Pradeep and myself, because they get their staples very right, but you know, those taste entanglements are still there with children, small children. So we cook pasta and we cook vada paos and chaats and everything to make them really live and kicking there. So these are the two parts we do in Pondicherry. Here in Auroville, we are engaged in Matru Mandir cleaning, maintenance with Dorothy, and definitely Savitri Bhavan, because Kavita has come for a holiday to us in Kolkata, and that's how we met, through Dorothy. And we clicked so well, and the need was doing this website, and mother picked us up and put us in this job, and it was a beautiful experience going through it, and many more to come, I suppose.
About 2 months ago, at the 4th of June, in that very room here, we could launch the last 12th volume of Shraddhavan's comments on Savitri Bhavan. The last 12 volumes, 11 volumes she could produce during her lifetime. The last 12 volumes she could edit and made it ready. And now we have printed it and launched it 2 months ago. Already now, oh, sorry, it was last year on her birthday. A year later, at the same 4th of June, we could already launch 18 volumes of the Gujarati translation of Shraddhavan's 12 volumes. That was in June this year. Now, after another 2 months, we have an Aurovillian, Dominic. She has translated the first 2 volumes of English of Savitri into French, and the introduction, which is a separate little booklet. The first volume was also launched in June. Today, we launched the second volume. Come sit.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you, all the team of Savitri Bhavan, because, of course, I did the translation, but I feel so well supported by Kavita, Dana Lakshmi, Helmut, and Janna from Prisma is not here, but I must say he has helped us a lot to be able to get the second volume. So the first volume was about the first book of Savitri, the Book of Beginnings, and the second volume of the English of Savitri is the Book of the Divine Mother. So I am following the order of Shraddhavan in her publishing her 12 volume. I know some people have suggested it could be because now the 15 volume are published, the 12 volume is published in English. Sorry. So it could be very well done into order. But I wanted to just follow what Shraddhavan did. And for me, it makes great sense, frankly, after the Book of Beginnings, to go to the Book of the Divine Mother. For me, it was a grace. And see, the title, there is a book. So in this big epic called Savitri, there is one book which is called the Book of the Divine Mother. And for me, it was a delight just to say, now I am with the Book of the Divine Mother. Only that matters. So I will not go on and on because I am too small to speak about Savitri. I just, also, the translation of the introduction of Savitri. I don't know the lover of Savitri. Each time there was a publication of a book, I was just coming and immediately buy it. And this introduction of Savitri, of course, as soon as it was published, I took it. And I find very interesting. So this introduction of Savitri, there is the author's note, Sri Aurobindo's note, the mother, what the mother said to Mona Sakar about Savitri, and then Shraddhavan collected gather all for canto-wise, canto by canto, book by book. It's a very nice guide for the one who want to start Savitri eventually. And I thought it would be very nice for French people to approach Savitri. That's why that was also translated at the same, with the same enthusiasm. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic. It would be nice if your two translations you would launch and show to the public, both of them. Oh, okay.
Not that you are not my friend. Absolutely not, but I speak French.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This, of course, let me ask you how you will manage the next 10 volumes. Wow, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Shipra, and thank you, Pradeep. And I give to Kavita to distribute some mementos and say the last couple of words.
So, thank you, Shipra. That's for you and Pradeep. Chitra.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of Savitri Bhavan.
Thank you so much.
And this is for Dominic, a little gift from us for doing all the hard work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. So beautiful. I have to write and keep, otherwise I'm not very good at it. So thank you for coming to celebrate with us.
All for you.
No. Thank you for coming to celebrate with our Silver Jubilee with us. And our gratitude goes to Sri Aurobindo and the mother. It's because of them we can. So, and heartfelt thanks to and gratitude to Shraddhavan and Helmut for realizing the dream of Savitri Bhavan, which stands as a bridge between ashram and Auroville. And there we connect with Shipra and Pradeep to have this amazing website done. And in this milestone year, we are looking forward capturing more and more and taking Savitri Bhavan forward more. And our Savitri Bhavan team, thank you so much for the collaboration. And they are all with us for a long, long time, and we realize this, and we go forward together. And thank you, Dominic, for translating and letting me walk with you as well. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ganga Lakshmi. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Margaret.